This is the legacy of the one Helena Tungo Bomet Moi, who is recognized as the second First Lady of the Republic of Kenya. She was dearly known as Lena Moi, a professional school teacher, an educator, and the one and only wife of the former president, the late Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi. Before largely withdrawing from public life, Lena Moi was actively involved in politics during her role as a second lady in the years between 1960 and 1970, especially in her husband's Rift Valley province, where she supported women groups and hosted community harambes. She was awarded the Order of the Golden Heart by the first president of Kenya, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, on the 1st of January 1968 for her service to the community and country. Lena Moi spent her later years focused on her local community, remaining active in regional women groups and the African Inland Church, the AIC, in Goro Beach. Lena Moi was born Helena Tungo Bomet in 1926 in Elda colonial Kenya. Her parents were early converts to Christianity, therefore she was raised as a Christian and a devotee of the African Inland Church in Elda. Lena Bomet attended the African Inland Mission School in Elda and thereafter the Tenwek Girls Boarding School in Kapsabet. She later traveled to the United States with a Christian missionary family before returning to Kenya to become an elementary school teacher. Lena Bomet met Daniel Moi at the African Inland Church in Elda while they were both working as teachers. Lena Bomet married Daniel Moi in 1950. Her dowry consisted of 2 heifers, 1 ox, and 4 sheep paid on her head as bride price. Their wedding was officiated by the Reverend Eric Barnett at the AIC mission in Elda. It's been said that Lena Moi was the first woman in her locality to wear a white Western-style wedding gown rather than the traditional local outfit of a white dress and a headscarf. Her wedding gown was provided by the same Reverend Eric Barnett, who was a missionary with a close friendship with the couple. As she settled in her marriage, Lena Moi left her teaching career to take care of her family. Daniel and Lena Moi had 8 children during their marriage, including Jennifer, Jonathan, John Mark, Raymond, Philip, Doris, Gideon, and their adopted daughter June Chebet. In 1955, Daniel Arap Moi was appointed to the Legislative Council representing the Rift Valley, marking the Moi family's entry into politics. In 1967, the year when Daniel Arap Moi became vice president, Lena Moi came into the national spotlight as the second lady of Kenya. In 1969, Daniel Arap Moi purchased the 180-acre Kabimoi farm in the village of Kabimoi, where he built a home for Lena and where she resided for the rest of her life. Sadly, Daniel and Lena Moi separated in 1974, though the exact cause of their separation remains unclear. There is a speculation of the separation which states that Daniel Arap Moi's focus on his political career put a strain on the marriage as he spent less time with his family. Another rumor about their separation was said to be because of a 1974 dinner dance at the Rift Valley Technical College, which led to the separation between Daniel and Lena Moi. This dinner was attended by the political bigwigs, where the second lady was asked to dance with the then President Jomo Kenyatta, but she repeatedly refused, citing her deep Christian beliefs. This incident greatly embarrassed Vice President Moi, allegedly. Daniel and Lena Moi separated soon afterwards. However, there are photographs from the dinner which provide evidence that the second lady Lena Moi did dance with the President Kenyatta, which may disprove of this story as a cause of their marital split. Personally, I do believe that Lena was deeply religious to the point that politics did interfere with her devotion to her church and her God. Lena Moi desired a quiet life away from politics, and it was evident in the way she lived her life. Meanwhile, Daniel Arap Moi was already carving out a political niche for himself, hence he was well on his way to political stardom. To me, this is the reason why their marriage did not work out in the end. Their destinies were pulling them apart into different directions, and none of them was willing to give up on their dreams. The dinner incident was just a trigger that broke the camel's back. Shortly after their split, Lena Moi left the official vice president's residence in Nairobi and permanently moved back to her home at her farm in Kabimoi. Daniel Arap Moi became president of Kenya in 1978, and thereafter Daniel and Lena Moi quietly divorced in 1979. Neither Daniel nor Lena Moi ever remarried. Lena Moi spent the rest of her life at the Kabi Moi farm, generally avoiding the media and the public attention. She remained active with her local AIC church in Gorobich, but was under constant surveillance by the Moi government. It's been rumored that Lena Moi did not attend the weddings of some of her children because she was allegedly banned from attending by the security forces of Daniel Arap Moi. Instead, she watched her children's weddings on the KBC television, just like the general public. Sadly, Lena Moi passed on the 22nd of July 2004 following her battle with ill health. She died at the age of 74. Lena Moi was buried at her husband's farm in Kabarak. The former president Daniel Moi was also buried next to his late wife Lena Moi at his farm in Kabarak upon his death in 2020. In the end, both Daniel and Lena Moi were reunited in death as they were united in life.